So I just received the Marriott Bonvoy Business card in the mail today, so I'm super excited to show you guys this card, as well as what comes in the envelope as well. Now I just did a video where you can watch me apply for this card, and I had to overcome not just one, but 2 denials, so definitely check that video out if you haven't already. And the reason why I got this card is not only do I spend a lot of time at Marriott hotels, but I also want to take advantage of that limited sign-up bonus offer of 125,000 Marriott Bonvoy bonus points after spending $5,000 in the first 3 months. So with that said, let's get into the unboxing of this card, and you can see I have not just one, but 2 envelopes here. So when I applied for this card originally, I did get denied first before I got accepted, and that's why I have my denial letter here, as well as the credit card envelope here. And it was really funny because just like the last time I applied for a credit card, the Hilton Honors Business card, the same thing happened where I got the denial letter and the credit card letter in the mail at the same time. So congrats, you're approved, but of course you're also denied as well. So we'll cover this denial letter first because it does have some interesting information on it. So let me just pull this out here and show you guys what that looks like. And so the letter does read this here. Thank you for applying for the Marriott Bonvoy Business card. We value your membership and appreciate your interest in another card. Unfortunately, we cannot approve your application at this time. According to our records, you currently have the maximum number and type of American Express card accounts that we allow. And it's really important to know this because sometimes you will get to the maximum number of credit cards, which is different from the charge cards like American Express Platinum or the Gold card. But my current credit card limit is actually 5. And so when I get to 5, I won't be able to get any more cards anymore. So what I do is I have to actually cancel another card first to make room for the next card. And so the card I ended up canceling was actually the Amazon Business Prime card with American Express. And so that made room for this new card here, which is the Marriott Bonvoy Business card. You can see that it did come in a plain white envelope as per usual for most plastic cards. Now, the one thing that was nice about this delivery though was it did come in about 3 business days. So it didn't take 7 to 10 days like most other cards do. So it was actually a quicker shipment than usual. And so, of course, I did block out some personal information so that I could show you guys kind of the most I could with this unboxing. So I'll pull out the information here. And so this is the card itself. And so we'll show you that card here in 3, 2, 1. And there it is, the Marriott Bonvoy Business card. And so you can see that this is the welcome letter. We'll kind of put this down in the front here and take this card out and take a look at it up close and personal. So you can see it's actually a gray card. It's got American Express on the left here, as well as Marriott Bonvoy Business on the right. You can see the CID is on the right, the American Express logos here, as well as your name and your business information. I really like this M logo that Marriott has. It's actually more of like a squiggle. It kind of is like an ink thing and it kind of draws right along to make that letter M. And it's very shiny compared to the matte finish on the gray portion of the card too. On the back, it's everything you'd expect to see on the back of a credit card. You can get your credit card number down here, as well as a magnetic strip, the American Express logo here on the right, and then your expiration date, as well as the contactless chip symbol down there. And so it's a very typical card. It's plastic. It's not a metal card. And so it's nothing special like, for example, the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card. It's kind of the same thing as the Boundless and the Bold, where it's plastic. But again, it's from American Express, as this is the business version. So this is what the card looks like. We're going to put this kind of to the side over here for now and take a look at what else we have on the card. So the first thing I always like to do is take a look at this card member agreement. Now, I don't actually get to see this very often because what happens with the credit limit when you apply for a card after you get rejected and you have to go through the reconsideration lines, they don't tell you what your credit limit is. And so it's cool to see that they give me a credit limit of $8,000. Now, when I canceled my Amazon Business Prime card, I did cancel it with a limit of $5,000. So it looks like they gave me an extra $3,000 on top of that, which is very nice and generous of them. So the cash advance limit is $1,600, which is good, but again, we don't want to do any cash advances because you can see the APR on this card, which I think is getting pretty high now, is 27.24% with a 29.74% APR for cash advances. And so these are very, very high interest rates. It's very important for you guys to make sure you pay your cards off on time and in full so you can really make sure you don't have any issues with getting interest on your card. And so that's the first page of the card member agreement. The next page is actually nice because it shows you what the Marriott Bonvoy Business card can do for you. So you can see here it says Marriott Bonvoy Business card, take your business travel further. And it comes with some nice multipliers. So you can see here on the page, it says Earn more on the go with business purchases that work harder for you. So you can earn 6x points on each dollar of eligible purchases at hotels participating in Marriott Bonvoy. You can also earn 4x points for purchases made at restaurants worldwide, U.S. gas stations, wireless telephone services purchased directly from U.S. service providers, and U.S. purchases for shipping. And of course, you get 2x points on all other purchases, which is, it's down here. And then you can also see that there's other types of rewards travel that comes with the card. So it does talk about receiving a 7% discount off standard rates for reservations of standard guest rooms at hotels that participate in the Marriott Bonvoy program when you book directly. And so this is what I want to talk about just a little bit more, because when you actually do the 7% discount, there's a separate room rate for that. And so when you book online through Marriott at the standard rate, sometimes if you're like a Marriott Gold member, Platinum member, or just on a regular, like a nice day that you just happen to have lower rates, this discount can actually be more than what is offered to you on the website itself. So always make sure to check the website for the current rates to make sure the one you get is the most discounted. There's also things like the AAA discount, and there's other discounts that you can look at as well. But this is not always going to be the best option for you. So make sure you check with the reservations online to make sure you're getting the best rate as possible. In addition, you can also receive one free night award every year after your card renewal month. And that's cool to know. Unfortunately, it's when you first get this card, you don't get a free night award. You actually have to wait until your card member anniversary for it. And this free night reward actually is limited as well. You can see down here that the awards can be used for one night at a redemption level of at or under 35,000 Marriott Bonvoy points. So it's not every hotel in their catalog. It's just the ones that are sort of the mid-range hotels. Although you can add 15,000 points to that for a total of 50,000 points redemption, which can get you a little bit better hotel if that's something that you're interested in looking at. This also shows you that you can get one free night award after spending $60,000 in purchases on the card in a calendar year. But again, with the calendar year, that's still a lot of money. And so I would argue that it's probably better to spend that $60,000 on a different card for a different kind of reward. It may just be a little bit better in terms of getting the value from that card. You do get complimentary Marriott Bonvoy Gold Elite status here as well, so you can see that that's mentioned here, as well as no foreign transaction fees. So that's really good to see. So this is the pamphlet out here in full. But again, they got some pretty good multipliers. Again, this card was something that I applied for that limited time sign-up bonus of 125,000 Marriott Bonvoy bonus points for $5,000 in spend. So that's the main reason why I got this card, in addition to having it help me with the elite nights. So it wasn't featured on this pamphlet here, but they do give you some elite night credits when you get this card. So you get 15 elite night credits automatically when you first get this card approved. And so that's actually stackable with the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card, which I think is amazing, because that way I can get up to 40 elite night credits. So that gets me up to 40, which is 35 below 75, which is what you need for Titanium Elite. So if you're just going to be spending a lot of times in Marriott hotels like myself, you may be able to get to that Titanium Elite level for just 35 nights as opposed to the 75 nights that are typically there for you. But that's what the Marriott Bonvoy Business card looks like. So again, I'll put this into view just so you guys can see it one more time. Again, really excited to start using this card and getting some good value out of it. Again, I don't think I'm going to use this card for the free night awards, but I definitely am going to use it to get those 15 free elite night credits, as well as for the sign-up bonus. And so that's all I have to say about this card. Again, thanks so much for watching to the end, and I will see you guys all in the next video.